All right, super important update video, guys. Got some stuff to talk about, but all right, I'm gonna title this video setting expectations. Yeah, that's what we'll call it, setting expectations. Yeah, setting expectations. So I feel like this is something I should have done a long time ago, and I need to keep doing continuously, is set expectations. But yeah, let's just start with expectations from here on out. I do appreciate everybody's criticism, believe it or not, saying I need to ship sooner, I shouldn't sell things I don't have in stock, I need to communicate better, I need to respond to emails better. People waiting 8-9 months, and all that valid. I do acknowledge, it's good stuff. It really helps me run my business and plan and see what people want. Of course, a lot of it's obvious, and I just want to let you guys know, like, I am listening. However, I can only do what I can do, and I am business, so I'm going to make decisions that'll bring in more money, and sometimes that goes against what's going to make the customers happy. I mean, all these big businesses do it. Everyone's treating the customer like trash. And now I must compete against them. So I kind of, in some ways, making people wait in the pre-sales. Really what I'm doing is I'm just following set precedent, especially for our industry. And I want to change the precedent. That's what got me into this, was I was dealing with the other vendors when I was just a customer, and I was like, why are these parts that I thought were in stock taking 8 months and then never showing up, and then I'm not really getting any remorse from the owner of the company. So I decided to compete against him, and hopefully, I thought all I had to do is ship everything on time and ship everything quickly, and I'd do great. And it turned out I didn't need to do any of that. You just do great just for having good product, and then next thing you know, you can't keep up. And because I'm a business, I'm not going to turn down people's money that are willing to send me money and willing to wait. Now, of course, trying to change all of that to stick with my original plan, which is to be a good customer service company. Now, you do have options out there. I will say Smolik, I believe Moses, that a lot of these guys out there, Paris, a lot of these guys out there are good vendors right now. They may not offer everything I have, but work with them. I really appreciate all of them, and I want to really give a big shout out to Moses. Moses is right now, he's one of my favorite guys in this whole hobby. I don't care what he thinks of me, I like him. And Moses was screwed over by this guy. That's me, it's my initials. I screwed Moses over. And here's what happened, and I want everyone to look to see maybe if I screwed you over too in the same way. Oh my God, I don't think I did. I can't believe I did that. Okay, so here's the deal. I kind of wonder if maybe Moses accidentally went a little deeper. He may have. Either way, I'm gonna warranty this. So you see that oil feed hole? It vents this hole here and it goes around the outer bearing race. That's why it has to dip there, and then vents the oil there. And it's carved in by hand. I'm gonna eventually get the machine to do it, maybe this round. And what happened to Moses was his broke through. It's hard to tell, but it's cut around that little foil piece, so it leaked. His engine would never idle. He could not get it to idle, no matter what he did. And running lean burnt up his crank. This is the first time I've had this happen, but now I need everybody to check. I mean, I never went this deep on any of them. But anyways, Moses is gonna get a new crank and a new case, and this case will get repaired and resold. But I really apologize. I screwed up his race. Really sorry this happened, but Moses is going to get taken care of. And part of that means that I need to turn these bars that they're sitting on into more of these engine cases. That's happening right now. The Haas is being set up. At the same time, I'm setting up, actually I'm just about done setting up. These will run today. Hubs. These are hub body blanks. Saw's been great. All this other material is also hub parts. Cases, Minarelli spacers, covers, mounts, all that kind of stuff. And the reason I'm making all those little stuff is because I'm anodizing all this stuff, all different colors. And I want people to have color matched cases, hubs, covers, mounts, you name it. Gonna have some colorful bikes this next season. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, that's that. As far as right now, like I have probably a dozen to 2 dozen orders that still need to be fulfilled. Cranks, cases, you name it. And a lot of these orders are old, and for whatever reason, like there's a Moses and a few other guys, actually I think 3 or 4 guys need a case. I don't have any Piaggio cases in stock. So in order to get those guys who technically have been waiting the longest, I need to get these cases running. So I do have orders that are 6-7 months old that I could technically ship today, but if I were to do that, it would take me 2 to 3 days shipping. That would mean 2 to 3 days of neither the hubs running or the cases running. And I make money by the machines running. If they don't run, I'm not making money. So the idea is to get the cases running, get the hubs running, then once they're running stable, ship at the same time, multitask. And we're still cleaning up our shipping area. So that's the plan. Both machines will be running tonight, so I will begin shipping tomorrow, but that does mean no shipping today. I know it's like getting desperate. People are writing me all these crazy messages, like it's like that Slim Shady Stan song, but I'm getting like that last letter type messages from like dozens of people, and some of them are only waiting like a week for pads, so it's kind of crazy. And that's why I don't get the messages sometimes. I'm just getting the most unimaginable messages from like off the wall angry people, and sometimes I just block that out, and that means that the normal messages don't get to, because I gotta maintain my sanity here sometimes. Also, I'm realizing that I put myself in a job position that I shouldn't have, as far as doing the fulfillment, talking to the customers. That's my absolute weakest thing. Like I even know, like my friends and family, I need to, you know, in a way protect them from the worst of me. And I'm just not the type of person that's built to deal with customers. So we're working on fixing that by moving all those responsibilities to someone other than me. I'm going to be making parts and I'm going to be designing parts, but you will not be going to me for shipping, fulfillment, that kind of thing ever again. I do need to clean up and put out some fires first before I can do that. I'm not going to transfer my fires to somebody new. But I'm just setting expectations. Yeah, I mean, I can't really show you these other parts I'm making, but I've been making some really just intense parts. And I need to, because I need money. Everything costs a ton of money. Everything. It's just like, yeah. So that's that. We're moving along. Everybody will get taken care of. I will not leave loose ends. Here's the one thing that I cannot do that people want from me the absolute most. I don't offer a lot of communication. I will not offer a lot of communication. I will not hold your hand while you wait. You're going to be waiting. And no, I won't. Like, if you write me a message saying, like, oh, please respond, I just need an update. It doesn't work with, I you know. When you're just waiting for something, all I can do is make the part and then let you know when it's ready. Because really when I respond and say, you know, as soon as possible, hopefully a couple weeks, and then something happens and it's 3 or 4 weeks, that ends up pissing people off 10 times more than anything. So better off saying nothing and just, when it's ready, it's ready. You know, just do the best I can, and a lot of things are out of my control. That's just how it is in manufacturing. But we're getting there. Like, this crazy setup has nothing to do with this hobby, but delayed this hobby. What else? That's really it. Also, there's a lot of rumors. People misunderstand me. I'm not leaving this hobby. I'm just not going to be doing the shipping, fulfillment, or customer service. I'm not going to be answering questions. I'm just going to be in the background and have somebody else handle all that. But as far as the flow of parts coming and being available, I expect an increase in that. Because if I can focus on running these machines, that's a big deal. And the whole point of this new shop layout and putting all this effort into, I mean, every single draw of every toolbox was undone and reconfigured, and I mean, tons of hours in just planning and reducing footsteps in the shop. And the whole name of the game is efficiency. That efficiency is going to get passed on to everybody in all sorts of good ways, and price, value, and turnaround, and how much we can offer. And because of this efficiency, I'll be able to hire people at healthy wages and have long-term happy employees, and that's what's needed. So good things coming. Also, like, back to shouting out the other vendors. If anybody else aspires to be another vendor themselves and get into this, and they like what I'm doing, as far as like they think this is an interesting career, make a post in the group, talk about it. Mention that's what your ambition is. Be very upfront about that, and I will give you helpful advice. I've given Ethan, I've given Moses the best advice I could. Like, here's the advice I told Moses, and you know, I don't want to gaslight anybody, so I'm going to tell people the truth. A lot of my problems come down to one thing, and it's really one thing only. It's my failure to have a good relationship with the bank, meaning good credit, good relationship, all that stuff, always being on time with taxes, and then having a line of credit that I can use to run the business and maintain cash flow. Protecting cash flow a lot of times makes decisions for me. And you know, it means that I have a lot of unhappy customers. So if anybody want to do what I do it better than I do, keep your credit strong, get a line of credit when you start the business. Don't spend before you have it. Always keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in the bank at all times, because you never know. And that's really it. The machines can be had used, but the cost of the machines is really not that important. This machine has 50,000 hours. This machine has 137,000 hours. Yes, this machine was 280,000 new, but 280,000 divided by 130,000 hours, the cost of the machine is not very important. It's the labor. So buying the machine isn't key. You got to have access to capital. All right, guys. Later.